I don't like anybody telling me what to do. And lately, the left wants to tell everybody, it's the we all know this, you should. Stop telling me what to do, you go do it. You want to support stuff that the government should stay out of? You go do it. No one's stopping you from paying more taxes. I've got.
Hollywood's favorite anti-woke comedian has been calling out the industry's dark side for years, never afraid to say what others won't. Now, he's back with another bold move, and the backlash is intense. So, what did he just expose about Hollywood, and how did the industry react? If you've spent any time online, you know TimAllen doesn't hold back. He's the guy who drops a wild tweet, sits back, and watches the woke crowd lose their minds. And he's done it before, and he'll do it again. But this time, his latest tweet struck a nerve like never before. Everyone is talking about it.
I mean, first of all, he wants to know what the face of woke look like, and here's what I picture. These trolls that hide behind their computer or their screens and their laptops and their keyboards, because those are the people that complain the most, those whose faces we do not see.
The reaction was absolutely wild. One tweet was all it took for Twitter mobs to completely lose it. They couldn't handle TimAllen calling them out, and within minutes, people were rushing to cancel him. But let's be real, Tim has never been the type to back down or let the woke crowd dictate what he can or can't say. If anything, their outrage only fuels him to keep speaking his mind.
Disturbing on a fundamental level, it's gotten to the point where literally there's part of me, a deep part of me, that just, F it, bring it on. If you want to cancel me, go ahead. I mean, I can't.
But that's not the only thing sending woke Hollywood into a meltdown. TimAllen has been poking the bear for years, and at this point, he's mastered the art of triggering them. Take his Disneyland trip, for example. It wasn't just a casual visit. It turned into yet another moment where Tim stirred the pot, and, as expected, the woke crowd couldn't handle it.
I'm not a toy. You are a toy. Oh.
While enjoying the park, Tim overheard a 13-year-old jokingly questioning if he was pansexual because he liked skillets. Classic Tim. He couldn't resist sharing the moment. As expected, the backlash was instant. The woke crowd slammed him for being insensitive, but let's be real, Hollywood has always had a problem with TimAllen. Why? Because he's not afraid to ask the tough questions they'd rather ignore.
Do you still enjoy stand-up, my friend, as much as you did in the early days?
There's moments that it's more. It reminds me of my anarchist background.
Hollywood has tried everything to cancel TimAllen, but guess what? He doesn't play by their rules. Let's rewind to when ABC cancelled ** Last Man Standing ** in case you didn't know. It was one of their top-rated shows. So why would they suddenly pull the plug? Many believe it wasn't about ratings. It was about politics.
Standing. Congrats on this.
Thanks very much.
I watched it when it was on ABC,
right.
And then all of a sudden it wasn't on ABC.
Tell the 300 of the crew and everybody the same thing. We're all going, this is the best show I've ever been on. What? We're off the air.
Yeah,
we all thought we were at the top of their game at ABC. Who knows how networks work? I don't know, but it was dropped.
It was the second highest rated sitcom on ABC, just behind * Modern Family, *, yet they dropped it like a hot potato. Why? Because TimAllen dared to portray a likable conservative on mainstream TV, something Hollywood just couldn't tolerate.
Hey, come out here, touch anything. Right, and I don't like gum in there too, but all right, when we're going around, what do other people do when they see it?
They do this.
You know why they do that? This truck is older than you, but it's a classic, and people realize it's a classic. And you're a classic too.
How flattering. I'm an old truck.
In Hollywood, that's a big no-no. As Tim himself put it, there's nothing more dangerous, especially in today's climate, than a funny, likable conservative.
To the presidential inauguration.
I was invited by, we did a VIP thing for the vets and went to the Veterans Ball. So I went to go see Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, I went to the inauguration.
I'm not attacking you.
You're getting this down. I'm not getting, you got to be real careful around here. You get beat up. If you don't believe what everybody believes, it's like 30s Germany. I don't know what happened. If you're not part of the group, you know what we believe is right. I go, well, I'm under the problem with that. Man, I'm a comedian. I like going on both sides.
Yeah.
This government does stuff big. I've never been to anything like that.
Tim didn't even try to hide it. His politics were clearly the issue. But instead of backing down, he called it out. Here's where it gets interesting. ABC may have cancelled him, but Fox stepped in and picked up * Last Man Standing *. giving him a new platform to reach his audience. So while ABC tried to make an example out of him, Tim ended up winning.
Everybody, welcome to season 7 of All right, here we go. Here we go, quietly, folks. All right, here we go from the top.
Then there's his new show, the Santa Clauses on Disney+. The fact that Disney brought him back proves they know Tim isn't going anywhere. They may try to censor him, but they also know he has a loyal fan base that Hollywood simply can't ignore.
Christmas for us, then this guy. For nearly 30 years, TimAllen has become synonymous with Santa Claus.
I'm in big trouble.
After starring in the 1994 classic film.
Merry Christmas to all. To all.
Now things really heat up in the Santa Clauses star. Tim's character made a simple joke about saying Merry Christmas, only to realize it's suddenly a problem. One joke, and the woke Twitter crowd lost it. Some called it offensive, others claimed it was politically divisive. But let's be real, it's the Santa Clauses a Christmas show. A joke about Christmas should be the least surprising thing.
Peyton's on the show, but I'm dressed as Santa Claus. So he's doing the same look to me. He's going, and I go, no, man, I'm a fan. But I'm under 7 feet of makeup. And I was like a kid.
The outrage was real. Podcaster and filmmaker Scott Weinberg started it by sharing a tweet, and the internet went crazy. People criticized Tim for, believe it or not, bringing right-wing politics into Christmas. But here's the bigger issue. Tim isn't just dealing with Twitter backlash. Hollywood itself is set up to silence voices like his. As Tim says, the thought police are everywhere.
And then what I got to do sometimes is explain, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing and I do not like it. But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Tim has spoken out about how political correctness has completely changed comedy, making it almost impossible for comedians to take risks. He openly admits how this affects him too. Tim grew up in comedy, inspired by legends like Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce, comedians who pushed boundaries and weren't afraid to make people uncomfortable.
So, Tim, you and I both started stand-up comedy in the 80s.
And Leno says hi, by the way.
Oh, Jay Leno, my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And still, you're still doing it, right?
44 cities, it's finished.
See what I mean by the hardest working man?
But now, every joke is picked apart, and every word is analyzed. For comedians like Tim, it's a nightmare. He even joked on The View that he'd probably get cancelled just for using words he heard growing up from his own parents.
I do use some provocative words, but I tell them it's words that really got from my parents. Yeah. They said this stuff, and we talked about, I can't even say it here, I can't even point to it. Yeah. It is an alarming thing for comedians, but my act has really been about family and kids and growing up anyway. But I was going to say, I do some stuff. The women in my life were, whatever political party it was, always they hated the government. Who's going to pay for it? Yeah. They always argued about that over vodka.
Allen hasn't backed down. He's doubled down. He refuses to live in fear of being cancelled and would rather face backlash than lose his integrity. That fearless attitude is why Hollywood can't get rid of him, no matter how hard they try. When ABC cancelled Last Man Standing Fox picked it up instantly. Even when Disney replaced him as Buzz Lightyear, it didn't faze him. Now, he's back on Disney Plus with the Santa Clauses delivering lines that stir outrage and proving he's here to stay. And let's not forget his strong stance on cancel culture. That's TimAllen. He refuses to give in to cancel culture. In one interview, he said he feels the pressure but won't change his comedy just to please people. He compared cancel culture to high school, where everyone's ready to attack you over the smallest thing, calling it ridiculous. He even joked that people might cancel him for using words his parents used. Cancel culture has left many comedians scared to tell jokes, but not Tim. He keeps going, no matter the angry mobs, blacklisting, or Hollywood trying to shut him up. TimAllen's determination has made him impossible to cancel. By staying true to who he is, he's proven Hollywood wrong and beaten them at their own game. So what do you think? Is cancel culture overreacting to TimAllen? Or does he deserve the heat he's getting? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. If you liked this video, I'm sure you'll like this one too.